Hi guys. I hope you all can hear me clearly. I think 2 minutes late because I forgot to plug in my microphone. I'm doing fine. How are you guys? Actually, I've not been keeping too well, so I've been avoiding these lives. But I'm a little bit better now. How are you guys? Have you all bought anything during the sales? Everyone's have got sales. Yeah, Amazon, Flipkart, Headphone Zone. So I've got a few products here that if you guys want to know about, I'm happy to talk about. And I've got something hot to drink, so should be fine. The Pancho, I've not tested the HBB variant. But it does have very minor differences in its tuning. I think if you watch HPB's review of it as well, I did give it a very brief look. In fact, let me just check on Headphone Zone. I think they show you all the graphs. Um, Brands, go to SimGot, where SimGot, EW300. But generally, SimGot's doing some good stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised that they've thrown in, a Plana and a piezo electric driver in this. I thought that would have only been exclusive to the Supermix 4, but it's pretty amazing that they've done this. Yeah, so Dipanshu, if you go to the Headphones on site, they show you the standard tuning. That's the one I've tested, the HBB edition tuning and the DSP edition. So all of them have very slight variations in their tuning. So I mean, they'll sound very similar to a certain extent. I think the HBB version might be a little accentuated in the upper mid range, so sibilance might be a thing, or it might get close to it, but it should be largely okay. But the standard edition is very nice sounding, I must say. Spam me, hi, how are you? You got this Sennheisers. How are the wireless fours? Man, I don't know. I've not been able to crack Sennheiser, Sony. I've been writing to them. I've even met people and spoken to them over the past few years, but I guess I'm just too small YouTuber to sort of attract their attention. Yeah, so and I guess they'll come to me when they want to come to me. What do you think about headphones on sale? I think it's great that they're selling stuff. They've got good stuff on sale. In fact, I've I've got a whole lot of stuff in the description below. Headphones on stuff that I'd recommend. Amazon stuff that I'd recommend. In fact, on Amazon, I do have discount codes for the Earfun Air Pro 4, Air Pro 3, and Free Pro 3 as well. If you guys want to use that, you should get a further discount on the already going on discounts. uh, excuse me, Abhijay. I've got a video. Just go to not Google. Go to YouTube and type in Paul's POV and say how to EQ earphones. You can use the same method for speakers and so on. I've given you a very basic rundown of how to tune your stuff, so you can try using those methods. But basically, it's yeah. So for Paul's POV, how to tune your earphones or how to EQ. Sorry, how to EQ earphones, and I walk you through how to do that. So honestly, it's all about trial and error, and you have to trust your own ears. Forget my ears, forget anybody else's ears. You have to trust your own ears, because whether you're tuning speakers or headphones, earphones, your ears are listening to it. You need to enjoy it. And remember, if you're in a room playing with tuning speakers, you're playing the room more than you're playing the speaker to a certain extent. So you need to take your time and really adjust the spacing of speakers, distance from walls, on the sides, at the back. Many factors come to play. Nikhil, you got the new Samsung Buds. How are they? Prashant, Truthia Zero Red. I'm sorry. A lot of guys have been asking me about the Red. I've just not had the time to review. I've been getting, honestly, I've been getting so many products to review from a lot of brands. Uh, I've I've sort of just lost track of, what to review, what not to review. It's getting very difficult to keep up. What is? No, the battery's not dead. In fact, I've got this JBL speaker behind me because I just did an Amazon live just yesterday, and it was one of the speakers that I was talking about. So, if you guys are into party stuff and all this, I would highly recommend this. I've got it in my recommended stuff in the description. A lot of their stuff, JBL has actually been a very good supporter for the channel. They've been sending me a lot of products. Very sweet folk. Moving on, I have an iPhone 12, Apple 3.5 to Lightning connector. Is it sufficient for IM? Dipanshu, the Apple dongle DAC is a very capable one. It's uh, I mean it seems like just an adapter, but it does have some good hardware in it. So I'd say something like the iFi Go link, you'll see diminishing returns. So I mean, hold on to it. If you get a chance to review, or should I say, listen to the iFi Go link and do A/B testing, try and do that. But I myself, I really like the iFi Go link, and that's because I mean I don't use an iPhone. I've got a USB-C port on my Samsung, so I use the iFi Go link with this. I use it with my laptop. I'm using a MacBook Pro M1 series, and I find the iFi Go link to handle its the analog conversion much better than the MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro's amping is good, but the iFi Go link I think is at par with it. It's just the digital to analog conversion that it does better than the MacBook. So I mean, the iFi Go link is it's a very capable little dongle deck. Hi PG, I have no idea about the Sony CH720. I got a lot of requests for this. Again, I've been asking Sony for a lot of products. They don't seem to think I'm a big enough reviewer, so I don't get any of their stuff. Hi Amit. Ninja Toothyear Clinical Zero Red. I've not reviewed. I've not gotten a chance to review that yet. Salnote Zero first gen you found to be more treble happy? I don't remember if I found that, but I've got a review on the first gen, so I'm not too sure. Deadpool, I've got the Earfun Air Pro 3 just recently. In fact, I've just done an unboxing video. Finally, I actually got a sealed box. Um, so, I mean, I did do my unboxing video that I wanted to do, so which is pretty cool. And I do have the earphone in front of me, so I've left it down in the this thing if you want to buy it. But I think they're out of stock. I really do like this. It's pretty cool. It's got like these little lights on the inside also, which is pretty awesome. And oh yeah, it's it's I'd say not a massive upgrade from the Air Pro 3. It's again diminishing returns sound wise, but it is a little bit crisper. I do like how this sounds. Definitely, its bass seems a little better structured, but I've not done any A/B testing yet because I've literally just today started scripting for this. But it is a nice sounding set, man. Earfun does a good job with their tunings. They do a good job for making it fun sounding. So I'd say if you do want to pick it up, I've got a link down below, but I think it's out of stock on Amazon right now because the sales came up and everyone's bought them. Reserve, you don't have a Samsung phone, should you go for the Galaxy Buds 2? Yeah. I mean, it'll work with any Android, yeah. It shouldn't be a problem. AK, yeah, I've got the Air Pro 4. I've just started scripting for it, in fact. Spam me. Refund after 1.5 months. Someone on OLX sold me the TWS seal for 9K, so I went for them. Okay. I'm glad Amazon figured your thing out, man. That's cool. Only drawing from buying a brand new 8 months of warranty. You got the warranty replacement. Okay. But the warranty is okay. The fact that it's been boxed means your battery is not going to give up soon. Usually, if you buy second hand, it's been used, it's gone through charge cycles. So if you've got it in a brand new box, that's pretty good. Transparency mode is better than AirPod Pro 2 for the Samsung. Wow, ANC is on par and the sound quality smokes the mainstream. I expected that, Nikhil, with the new Samsung stuff. I mean, they do have all of Harman's backing of research. So Samsung, I think, has been using a lot of their research and tech towards their own gear before I think even JBL does. So In fact, I need to try and get my hands on some Samsung things to review. I'll try that. But awesome, yeah. If you like them, there's nothing like it. Um, okay, best sounding TWS for 9K. Spam me. Oh, I don't have it here. I really do like the Live Pro 2. In fact, it used to go for 9,999 bucks. I'm talking about the JBL, and I think right now it's going for some crazy deal. JBL. I think I've got it linked down in my description. Yeah, it's going for like 7,000 bucks, 6,998, which is criminal. I don't know how they're able to sell it for such a low price because it is a very premium set of earphones. In that price range, I really do like how that sounds. It's a nice balance of clarity and enough roundedness. It's not exactly there are a lot of brands who just go for loudness and bass. JBL is not doing that anymore. They're doing a much nicer job of tuning. It's more sort of relaxed. It's not in your face, which is quite nice. So you can check my review out on that if you want. You can check out the buy it from the description below if you want to support the channel, of course. Moving on. How can I do a custom EQ on Oppo TWS? I used to do. I think it doesn't have an EQ mode, but on the Oppo, I think it's got 3 or 4 different modes in the HeyMelody app. But what I used to do is I've got an inbuilt EQ on my phone, so I use the EQ through that. But there are third-party softwares you can get anywhere on the Play Store or whatever, so you can try those out. And then, of course, if you want to know what to do, follow the um, Paul's POV. Search for Paul's on YouTube. Search for Paul's POV, how to EQ earphones, and it'll give you a general guide. Okay, try the earphone Air Pro 4. Yes, I have tried the Air Pro 4. I've got it behind me. I'm just scripting for it. Samsung Buds 2 Pro will sound good on non-Samsung. Yeah, I don't see why not. It depends what codec you're feeding it, of course. Enco Air 3 Pro is best for audio quality. Yeah, I'd say I've compared it to the Realme Buds Air 5 Pro and OnePlus Buds 3. I preferred the Oppo for sound quality. It was a little cleaner, a little crisper, better defined. It's not as bloated in the bass as the other two are. It marginally edges the Realme. Whereas if you want a more rounded set of earphones, the Realme is superior on a call front. Call quality wise, your voice goes over much cleaner and clearer to your recipient than the Oppo. And then moving on, i5 Go didn't come to sale. Oh, it's not on sale? How sad. The i5. I mean, the i5, I suppose they've gotten instructions also what to do, what not to do with some brands. Uh, because maybe there's not a large margin of profit, to be honest, with the i5. Because it is a very good product. It is beautifully built. It's a very good performer. I've had mine for over a year now. I use it for all my testing, and it's still going strong. Yeah, it's not on sale. How sad. But still, 3,999 is, I'd say, for this dongle DAC, I think it's nice. I've compared it to the DD Hi-Fi Headphone Zone dongle DAC, and I do prefer the i5. Excuse me. Deadpool, you bought the Air Pro 4. How's it treating you? I want to get my first IM. What should I go for? Amit, if you want to go for your first IM, let me know what your budget is. Having a budget helps. Is it 2,000 or is it 2 lakhs? There's a big difference there. Kunal, hi. Looking for TWS in range between 5 to 6K. Kunal, check out the Earfun Air Pro 3, Air Pro 4, Earfun Free Pro 3. JBL just got a superb deal on the JBL Live Pro 2 earphones. So I'd say check out these. Check out my reviews if you want to know a lot more about them. If you do want to buy it, I do have the link in the description. It is an affiliate link. You can buy from there if you want to support the channel. If you don't want to, no problem. Don't worry about it. But all of these are very nice sounding. If you want more big and fun sound, earphones got good stuff. The JBL Live Pro 2 is not exactly a big and bloated sounding set of earphones. It's a very well mannered sounding set of earphones. I really do like how it sounds. They've done a very good job tuning that. So it depends on your taste, of course. So check out my reviews on these few earphones that I mentioned. It might help you. What about FIO FH11? I have not tested it. Tribute X sound. Go. I've not tested the Tribute X. I excuse me. Speaker wise, I'm trying to expand my speaker stuff. In fact, I've got one of these JBLs to test. I might be testing it not this month, but next month for sure. Excuse me. The I have tested some of Tozo stuff, but Tozo, of course, is not available in on the Amazon India site for sales right now. But I've heard good things about Tribute. They make good stuff. This is it now is everything. Okay, EW300 versus Chew 2. Upgrading from Chew 2. I have not tried the Chew 2. I've heard about the Chew 2. People like the Chew 2, but the EW300 is a little more premium. I mean, it's not going to. I don't think it's kind of fair to compare the two to a certain extent because they'll have very different characteristics, all the more because they're in different price ranges. But I have to say the EW300, if you are comparing, let's say, to the 500 LM, which is a little more expensive, I'd go for the EW300 because it is the one. It has the one thing that the 500 LM doesn't. Its timbre is much more accurate. It's much truer sounding than the 500 LM. So I'd say, man, like whatever I've tested in the 2,000 rupee price range, like the Chew 2, and I haven't tested the Chew 2, but everything in the 2,000 price range, I don't even talk about timbre when I talk about those in that price range because none of them really sound true. Stepping into the EW300 price range is where you start getting a much better trueness of sound. So I'd say if you're into trueness, detail, all that sort of stuff, EW300 it will be a nice upgrade. Damn, I've missed a lot. I need to. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? It will fall in Amit. Okay, JBL 245 NC. I've got one here. It's basically I've heard it recently. I will be testing it in the coming month, not this month, of course. But it's basically a newer iteration of the 230 NC and the Tune Beam. So it's kind of an evolution of those. Um, those two models did have some problems with charging. The left earbud or the right earbud was a lot of people gave trouble. I think this is their attempt at stopping that because the 230 NC was plagued with this issue. The Tune Beam didn't have as much of an issue with that. So this might just be a correction for that. Sound wise, it's a nice. I like it. It's soft. It's not a very loud set of earphones. It's well detailed. And it'll get the job done. In fact, I think it's going for a very good deal right now, something like 2,999 or 3,999. It's heavily discounted right now. So if you do want to make that yours, you can. Moving on. How is OnePlus Buds 3 getting it around 4K? AK, I've reviewed the OnePlus Buds 3. I've done a comparison with that, the Realme Buds Air 5 Pro and the Oppo Enco Air 3 Pro. The OnePlus is tuned for loudness and heavy bass. You can always go for that if that's your taste. But sound wise, I did prefer the Oppo, of course. The Realme is a better all rounder, so you can consider that, of course, if you want to. Spammy, I did buy Sony. Wow, you didn't like the XM4s. I'm surprised. They're one of my favorites. They're up on my rack there. Sometimes they're there when I'm not using them. When I'm using them, I put a set of JBL 201 M2s over there. But I like the Sony XM4s. Other one getting okay. Listen, guys, there's no need to write the same comment. Every time I do make the effort of replying to everybody. So there's no need to tag me and there's no need to keep sort of spamming me with the same comment. I do go through all the comments. FIO FH3 705. I'm so sorry, Ravi. I have not reviewed any of these except the OD200. In fact, I do want to do a Meze Alba review and do a comparison between the Meze Alba OD200 and Supermix 4. But the OD200 is a very impressive set of IEMs. I don't think it's fair to sell it at the price that it's being sold at. I think unless the price has gone up. Has it gone up? Olivetti. Olivetti. Yeah, it's still being sold for 9,999. It shouldn't sit in this 10,000 price range. It does belong, I'd say, in a much higher price bracket, but it's obviously heavily discounted since it's a collaboration between Headphone Zone and Audivity. So I think Headphone Zone can have that dialogue and exchange with Audivity to convince them that, let's keep it a little more affordable. But it definitely belongs, I'd say, in the 17 to 20,000 price range. So Audivity is a very good set of IEMs by themselves, and if you haven't, feel free to watch my review on that. One thing to keep in mind for buying Samsung products is you don't get high-res audio support multi-device connection with non-Samsung phones. Okay. With Samsung Buds 2 Pro, can't offer. Buds 2 Pro for 6699, I'd say is a good deal. I've not tested it, but I suppose it's good. Samsung, I've not heard anything bad about it. A lot of people have been liking and swearing by Samsung products lately. So that should be good. Moving on, after buying a new IM, what test should one run to check the audio balance, overall sound quality? Just listen to them, man. I mean, if you've been listening to stuff for a long time, listen to them and see if they sound off. Because you'll be able to tell if you're the one main thing is your phantom channel. If your phantom channel is dead center, the balance is right. If your phantom channel is off to the over to your left eye or your right eye or a little more whacked out, either there's something wrong with the cable or there's something wrong mechanically in your IEMs or even your phones. No matter whatever you're doing. Um, so you change the cable, swap it out, check the device you're plugging into. Maybe the output female jack is giving trouble, maybe the male jack is giving trouble, maybe the wire is giving trouble. There are many factors, so you need to trial and error, see what's giving trouble and sort of pinpoint it. And the worst case is if everything is fine and something is a little off, if your phantom channel is off, chances are you've got an imbalance in hearing, so you need to see an ENT specialist. They'll do your testing and tell you what's up. There's no way of really recovering it unless they've got something new that I don't know about. But usually I have met people who have more hearing loss in 1 year, so the phantom channel is offset slightly. And when that happens, you have to play with the bias in the headphones or IMs or earphones you're listening to. You have to put them left or right to balance out that phantom channel to really give you that balanced sort of listening experience. Hey, moving on. Can I go for JBL 245? I mean, yeah, Yuvraj, if you like it. I mean, I do have a set here. I have heard it kind of briefly. I do have to test it still, but to be honest with you, it's very kind of it reminds me a lot of the Tune um, Tune Beam. I did like how the Tune Beam was tuned. When this is an evolution on the 230 NC and the Tune, so it's somewhere there. It's not exactly a very loud set of earphones, but I like that it's not loud because it's got better clarity that way. So I mean, it's a nice set of earphones. I think it's going for a great price. ANC is pretty good on it as well. Mm, Lolu Chand, hi. So I'm confused about budget IMs. Wanted to know what you'd recommend. My three favorites are the KZ Edison Pro X, Tangzu Warner, Fio JD1. I think Fio JD1 is a great start. I think KZ Edison is a great start. Tangzu Warner, I think, is misunderstood by a lot of first timers because um, people like what the JD1 has done because there's an elevation in the high frequency, so it gives the illusion of crisper audio, cleaner delivery, but in reality, it's just a bump in the high frequencies, giving that illusion of detail. The more seasoned listener will always lean towards the Tangzu Warner because it does the detail without that accentuation. It's softer, more supple in the highs. So I won't recommend the Warner to a first-time listener. I will recommend either the ZS N Pro X or the Fio JD1. Thanks. Okay. I was saying the Sennheiser was the best sounding to use. 9K, but I agree that the dear GL was really great. It was going for 6K. Yeah, it was. Amit, 2K. Yeah, I've just mentioned the three IEMs that I like: the KZ Edison Pro X, Tangzu Warner, and JD1. If you're a seasoned listener, I'd recommend the Tangzu Warner. If not, the ZSN Pro X or the Fio JD1 is a great start. Check out my reviews on this. Listen, I break down how they sound. So it should help you understand what kind of taste you lean towards, what kind of sound you like. So, of course, check out my reviews. Feel free to buy from the affiliate links if you want to support the channel. If you don't want to, no issue. You can buy directly from the website without clicking on the affiliate link. Uh, Deadpool, okay, you ordered it today. Cool. Damn, son, I'm going a little too slow today. I don't want to skip comments as well. Fear FH3 versus again, Ravi. I think I've responded to you. Sony XB910 I have not tested. Sorry, Sony does not want to send me stuff yet. I'm too small a YouTuber. JBL 770 tune versus live. Raj Shekhar, I have a comparison between these two that I break down. If you have live budget, you're going to get a lot more features. You're going to get a lot more a more premium feeling headphone. It's got nice clamping force, bigger ear pads, so they go very comfortably over your ears. Nice soft cushions, fabric headband, beautifully made. But sound wise, I lean a little more towards the tune because it's not a loud set of headphones like the live. It's more supple in its tuning. They've got an elevation in the sub lows. The tune has an elevation in the sub lows, whereas the live has an elevation in the upper and mid lows. So it's got a very punchy, kicky kind of sound, which I'm not too much of a fan of. I like more controlled bass. So I do prefer how the tune sounds. But again, watch my review on that comparison between the two if you really want to decide which one to go for. Uh, Deadpool Tozo PA2, I really like it. For the price, it's an amazing little speaker. And so much so when I I listened to this JBL Flip 6 just a few days ago. This is coming for review. But I genuinely heard this and I said, what's so great about this? The Tozo is, it sounds just as good. I did a little bit of A/B testing, and it's very clear why this is more expensive than the Tozo. But honestly, the that Tozo going for 3.5 grand is unbelievable. It's a very good value for money speaker. I've really enjoyed it. I've been enjoying it for a while. In fact, after my review, I've still been using it every day. In fact, I use it to help my daughter go to sleep at night. So I play lullabies, and it's very sweet sounding even at low volumes. What I don't like about it though is, it's got stupid chimes. When you switch it on, when you switch it off, or if the volume's too low, you're reducing the volume to calm the energy level and make it softer. But as soon as you go lowest volume, the speaker starts blaring with a beeping sound saying low volume. So it doesn't say low volume, but it's a beam, which is, I think, pretty idiotic. So that's the one thing I don't like about that speaker. But otherwise, it's a very nice speaker. Moving on, Prithvi, the Soundpiece earbuds have released some fabulous yet affordable starts with Air 4. This series is something to look forward to. Prithvi, I've got the Air 5 here with me right now that's coming for review, and it's the open style. Soundpiece makes very nice stuff. I do like what they make. In fact, I recently, excuse me, reviewed. Damn, I forget what model, but I reviewed a set from them. It was nice sounding. They've got a different kind of driver in it, so it was nice. Uh, I've got a lot of repeat comments, guys. There's no need to repeat comments. I'm trying to answer everybody. I don't like to leave anybody out, so there's no need to keep spamming me with the same question. Ashish, I'm confused between both. Ashish, let me be very forward with you about my opinion on boat and Soundcore. Um, boat is looking at numbers. They want to sell a lot of products to make business. They want to make money. It's very evident with their build quality. It's very evident with their sound quality. It's not catering towards the. I think everybody right now in this forum is a sound or music enthusiast. Uh, I will not recommend boat to anybody because the tuning is always heavy bass loudness. There's no detail in it. If you're looking for H30i, which is the what is this? This is the Soundcore. I've got a set with me right here. It's not coming for demo, but I have heard it, and I can honestly tell you it is one of the cleanest sounding headphones that I have heard in that price bracket. Soundcore has a terrific build quality. In fact, let me show it to you. Uh, Here's the Soundcore H30i. I've not reviewed it. I don't know if I'm going to, because I do some videos for Amazon as well. So this is what has come with Amazon. And let me just show you the build quality of this. It's really very well put together. Nice matte finish it's got. Ashish, this is for you. Of course, these are on-ear headphones. I like that they collapse, so you can do that. Beautifully finished. I mean, if you look at that, it looks very premium. It's properly a very premium looking set of headphones. Nice soft cushion here over here. It's got nice cushions here. It's not memory foam, but it does have some sort of cushioning. And then, of course, being on here, it does sit very comfortably. It's got a nice medium clamping force. I don't know if you can see how comfortably it sits on my ears. I'm not a fan of on-ear headphones, but this sits comfortably, and its passive isolation itself is very good. Sound-wise, also, this sounds very crisp and clean. I'm only showing this to you because I have it, but I would recommend this over any boat that you're considering, and you get all your tactile buttons, USB-C charging, whatever else. So I mean, honestly, you want to go for the H30i, just go for it blindly. It definitely will be cleaner sounding than anything from boat for sure. Moving on, best bass music quality under 2K. Ashish, you're referring to, yeah, if you're looking at these headphones, this is a good performer, very good performer. I'm not sure how much this sells for now, but if you've got H30i budget, just go for it blindly. Soundcore, you can do blindly. Lalit, yeah, is burning in a real thing? Yeah, I'm burning in some earphone IEMs. At least I was until they did 24 hours. It depends. Some earphones and IEMs or headphones, because I've been listening to so many. It's like when I first listen to them, they sound like they're asking for a burn-in. They sound tight. They sound kind of congested because everything is mechanical. It's like an engine. So when you first buy a car or buy a bike, they tell you run it in for the first 1,000 kilometers or whatever. Now, because it's mechanical, things are moving within the engine. There are oils and all this. Likewise with earphones, headphones, there's a dynamic driver. It's moving for the first time. There are glues that have held it together. There are things that there's a magnet. There are things that are moving. So it's a good idea to exercise them in slowly and then open it up later. So I've been burning in things for many years, be it speakers or headphones, IEMs, earphones. Some very few wireless earphones have needed burn-ins. Not all of them, but some of them have felt like they've needed burn-ins. So I do burn-ins with them, but not everything. Like a lot of budget stuff, I don't bother because they really don't open up. But after a burn-in, if you know that something needs a burn-in, you can tell. In fact, something I recommend to a lot of the guys who I meet in live and wherever else in headphone connect events, I will say them, if you buy a set of earphones, whether they're 2,000 or 2 lakh rupees, test it yourself. Don't rely on what I'm saying. In fact, whatever I've said, just forget it. Figure that I've lied. Get your set of IEMs or earphones, sit with it, take it out of the box, listen to it, write your notes on everything on a song that you know. Write your notes, figure it out, and then when you do the burn-in process after, let's say, those 24 hours or 50 hours, come back, listen to the same song, check your notes, have things changed. Then you will have your own opinion on the matter. So, I mean, for some people it's a myth, but test it yourself. That's the best thing to do. Always be a skeptic. I need a hi. This is Sony. Okay, Ravi, if yours, I've answered you. Lalit, burning, and I know that must be some good hot chocolate. That mug. Yeah, Didi, thanks for the hot chocolate. It is nice. Thank you. Can I make you moderator? No, I can't. Anyway, moving on. Yes, spam me. Paul tries to reply to all messages. No need to. Thank you for that. Spam me. Pauline J. I don't. Audio interfaces. I've not. My God, it's been years since I've interacted with audio interfaces. I used, when I used to do my audio engineering, I had a lot of M audio stuff. They make very nice stuff, but right now I think the market is flooded with a lot of stuff. One thing I can vouch for is M audio. I used to DJ with one of their consoles. I had an M audio preamp. I had an M audio sound card. I had a lot of stuff from them. They make very good stuff. I'd say check them out, but I'm not up to date with audio interfaces right now. Mohammed, yeah, you should make best budget headphones 2024. I don't have too many headphones with me, and that too budget ones. I don't come across these products much. AK. No, it's okay. I don't really need someone to moderate. It's cool, yeah. Thanks for the offer. Oh, man. Me wireless earphone to right earphone coming less compared to left. Have you tried doing a reset? I've got a reset video. It's helped a lot of people. The me earphones in particular. I came out with that video. My gosh, 4 years ago, maybe more than that. It was one of my first few videos, and people are still doing that reset, and it's helping them. Oh, okay. You were a spammy. You got the TWS version. Okay, not the over here. They were big for years. Oh, I thought they're a bit smaller. I've not heard them yet. But yeah, man, spammy. I mean, i- ANC and sound doesn't matter when they're not comfortable. So I'm with you. End of the day, if you're not comfortable listening to your music, why bother keeping that in your ear? It's very important to remember that. Any suggestion? I am under 2-3K apart from Tangzu Warner. Should I have a different personality to Tangzu? So that I usually like the Tangzu Warner a lot. I also recommend the KZ ZSN Pro X and the Fio JD1. I do at least I remember liking the Blonde BL03. That was very nice, warm sounding IM. But I've not heard it in a long time. But of the latest ones, these are the ones I like. I've even heard the KZ ZSN Pro 2, and I did a little back to back listening with the ZSN Pro X and the Pro 2. I still prefer the Pro X. Um, so yeah, you can check my reviews on that. Amit, yeah, no problem, bro. It was JBL 235 NC 245. I think the 245 is a newer one. It's an upgraded variant. I'd say if you're going for any of these, go for the newer one. Which Oppo earbuds are we talking about? Which sounds good? I want the best sound quality. Also, give your opinion. The best TWS. I was talking about the AK. I was talking about the Oppo Enco Air 3 Pro. You can check out my comparison. I've done a comparison between the three BBK earphones: Oppo Enco Air 3 Pro, OnePlus Buds 3, and Realme Buds Air 5 Pro. Sound wise, I really do like that one. The Oppo. No, I mean the others. The Oppo, the OnePlus is just loud and obnoxious. The Realme sounds much better than the previous generation of Buds 3, but I do prefer the Oppo. But the issue is the Oppo, for whatever reason, the call quality is not as good as the previous generation of the Oppo earphones. So if calling is important to you, that's something to consider. Moving on. Some right about Awful Explore 4.4. Now I don't know which budget DAC dongle. Would be great if you could help me. So, Samrat, that 4.4 is most likely a balanced cable. I would, sorry, I would strongly recommend connecting with the guys at Headphone Zone because I've literally only tested three different dongle DACs. Sorry, four different dongle DACs. I've got one more dongle DAC that's 3.5 and I've got another dongle DAC I'm going to be testing, which is a balanced 4.4 and a 3.5 output. It's got both outputs. It's from a brand called Rose Techniques. It's somewhere here. Um, in fact, let me see if I can show it to you because I think even Concept Cart has got some sales going on. This one. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm here. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm right here. But yeah, who was I talking to? Samrat. Yeah. So this is a brand called Rose Techniques. They've got some beautiful stuff. They've just sent me this for review. In fact, this is a high-end set of IEMs. I don't know if you can see them, but they're really beautiful looking. This is a 4.4 and I've dropped the cable. And the thing is, with these IEMs, they come with a little cable. This is not a dongle DAC. This is a cable, and this is the DAC it's come with. It's a uh, ESS 9039, and it's got a USB Type C over here, and it's got the 4.4 and 3.5 here. So this comes with the IMs in the box. In fact, it's not like a separate thing you have to buy, which I find quite cool. Rose Techniques does do this they have done this with another set of IEMs that I bought. Not I bought. They sent me for review. So uh, check out their stuff if you'd like to. But I've heard this DAC very briefly. This was one of the sets that I was burning in over the last 24 hours. But yeah, again, I don't know about Concept Cart if they have a number you can call and consult with people, but I do know that Headphone Zone certainly has, they can connect, you can connect with the gurus, you can go to the headphone site and request a callback. So talk to them about a 4.4 output DAC. It'll help. Okay, so zero red with DJI figure. I'm so sorry, Call of Duty Mobile. I have not tested the Zero Red yet. Not getting Type C splitter with 3.5 support Samsung 20 charging. I have no idea, man, about splitters and all this sort of stuff. For charging and listening to music, I presume. I don't know. Best IM under 2K, Pratik. I've got a comparison between a Tangzu Warner and Fio JD1. These are two of my favorites out of the three. I also like the ZSN Pro X. You can check my review out on that as well. Rajesh, no problem. My budget for headphones is 10,000. Uh, Budget of 10,000. I've not reviewed too many headphones, but I think the of the few I've reviewed the oh yeah, you're saying 10,000 because the JBL 201 M2 is going for a crazy deal right now. But anyway, how much is it going for? 15,000. Okay, it's out of your budget. But yeah, if you can check out my review on the JBL Live 770 NC, it's going for about 9,000 right now. It's a big sounding set of headphones, very comfortable to wear. You can take your calls on that without any issues. Video conferencing. Um, Check out my reviews on the JBL Live 770 NC. Someone's asking me about a laptop. I have no idea. I don't talk about laptops on my channel, man. I'm dedicated to audio and audio alone. I'm so sorry I can't point you in the right direction. Then better take 2K IM and pair it with portable like 3K. Uh, Karthik, it's a better idea to spend more money on better IEMs and then wait until you can buy a nice DAC and buy the DAC later, because it's like the same principle I applied to speakers. In fact, I did this myself. I bought a very nice set of speakers, the one you see behind me, and I didn't have a very good or powerful amp at the time, but I knew I wanted good sound, and these could do that. So I spent a lot of money on the speakers, and then later when I had the money, I spent a certain amount of money on another amp and a DAC and so on. So always spend maximum budget possible on what you're listening to, because that's what you're listening to, and then sort of build that chain. Om, hi, you reset it and it's not working, then it might be bad news. If it's in warranty, Om, you try trading it in. But these things are, if they're out of warranty, it's not easy, or should I say, possible to open them and repair them. If you find a guy who is willing to open it and repair it, he's going to charge you the rate of just buying a new set of earphones. So I'd say don't worry about it. Try and buy a new set. Earphones are not; these are not, they're kind of use and throw after a year once the batteries degrade or they start giving trouble. They're not forever products. They definitely aren't. PG, hi. Please suggest the best option for wireless over ear headphones. Budget 6 to 7. Can shoot a little higher. Again, man, I'm so sorry. I've not reviewed many, but check out my comparison between the JBL Live 770 NC and the JBL Tune 770 NC. I really do like both of them. They do have the different characteristics when it comes to their sound and features. But I've broken it down in that comparison to tell you how they stand up against each other on a sound front. So you can always check that out and see which one will suit you best. And both are going for really good deals right now, I believe. Okay, if I go link versus Shanling. Okay, I Chetan, Shanling UA1, I think, or whatever. I've not tested the latest one, but one of the first ones I ever tested DAX was sorry, a Shanling, and it was really nice. I did like it, but I've not done any A/B testing with these. But having said that, the iFi Go Link is one of my favorites right now. I use it for everything, whether I'm listening to IMs in the 2K range or 20 grand range. It's a very good performer. Okay, thank you. No problem. Which one? Earfun Air Pro 4 Oppo. That's a good one. Earfun Air Pro 4 or Oppo Enco Air 3 Pro. That's a very good one. I've not compared them, to be honest. I've not done any A/B testing, although I should maybe at some point in time. But I think the Earfun is a little more fun sounding. It's bigger in the bass. It's a little more punchy, but at the same time, Earfun gives you big bass without it interfering with the mid-range details. So I mean, if you've got Earfun Air Pro 4 budget, go for that. It's and it's got a lot more going on. In fact, I was just playing around with it today. It's got multiple ANC modes, AI sort of integration in the ANC, and also it's quite cool. And it's a much newer set. The Oppo Air 3 Pro is now, I think it's over a year old now, so it is kind of dated. Prithvi, again, 2K price range. I always recommend KZ ZSN Pro X, all the more because you're saying V-shaped tuning. The ZSN Pro X is a V-shaped tuning. A lot of people like it because it leans towards that. A lot of people like that sound because when it's the first IEM, it kind of uh, sounds a lot like the earphones they've been using to a certain extent with more detail. So Pro X for sure. Links down in the description below if you want to support the channel. Otherwise, if you don't worry, no stress. Um, what's my opinion on the Nothing Ear A? I don't even know what the Nothing Ear A is. I gave up on Nothing a while ago. What is the Nothing Ear A? Let's see. Yeah, I have not tested these. I have no idea how these are, what they do, how they sound, what features they have. I reviewed the first three products from Nothing. The stick, year one and year two, I liked them. I liked the year one more so because it was different. The year two I found a little too sibilant. I really liked what they did with the stick for an open style. It was very nice sounding. But I have not kept up to date with Nothing stuff now. Mohammed, portable DAC versus Bluetooth earbuds for Android gaming. Man, if you're gaming and you want latency, speed, you need cable. You need a DAC, you need IEMs. The minute you say Bluetooth, you're talking about response time of 45 milliseconds to 110 milliseconds. The minute you have a cable, you're saying 7 to 10 milliseconds. Straight away for a gamer. If you're a hardcore gamer, you know you're going to use the cable. So there you go. Siva, hi. I don't know if you, yeah. You remember what I'm watching? I just ordered few JD1. They were delivered today. Oh, congratulations, man. Enjoy your new DAC and IEMs. Let me know how they treat you. The JD ones, I do like. They're a nice set of IEMs. Abhinav Sinha, if I have Apple Music and want to listen to lossless music and high res, and I have iOS device, should I get Apple DAC or any different DAC? That's a good question. I don't know if the Apple dongle DAC supports high res. Maybe it does. I think it supports 48 kilohertz by 24 bits. Let me check. Google Zindabad. Apple DAC. Apple Music. No, the best DACs. Okay, I can't see. Apple dongle DAC. No, it's called bitrate. Yeah, it does 24 bit by 48 kilohertz. So, I mean, it's respectable, but if you're looking at wanting 192 kilohertz or 700 plus kilohertz by 32 bit, it won't do that. 32 is mainly for studios, but 48 by 24 is a pretty good sampling rate. And also, I'd say that Apple is good enough. The i5 supports 192/24, or does it do higher? I think it does higher than that. So that'll be the only kind of bottleneck. But the Apple Music only supports 192/24. It doesn't go beyond that anyway. So if you do want to really unlock the full Apple Music potential, get the i5 Go Link. I always recommend the i5 Go Link. It's a very nice sounding set. Very nice little portable DAC amp. Nikhil, hi. You ordered the live beam. Cool. Thanks so much. I hope you use my affiliate link. Or if you got a good deal from the JBL website, that's cool. That's not an affiliate link. That's just they try to give you good deals. Abhijit Anil, V shape or Harman? It's a matter of preference, yeah. I myself am not I'm not a V shape enthusiast. I'm not a Harman enthusiast. I like more studio natural tunings. So in fact, I'm the kind of guy who, when I EQ, I don't boost the highs and lows. I reduce the mids. I don't want too much elevation, so there are times where I reduce the bass and reduce the highs, and even reduce the mid range to a certain extent. I don't plus my EQs. I minus my EQs. So again, to each his own. It's a matter of what you like, what you don't like. Hi, Mr. Kennedy. For an IM under 1K, I have not tested any IMs under 1K, so I can't exactly tell you. CCI LiDAR, I've heard good things about, but I've not tested it, so I don't want to give you any wrong information. Shiva, hi. Do we need to look into number of drivers when choosing IM, or single dynamic driver is enough to give us all the best experience? Yeah, single driver. The thing is, that's a good question. The single dynamic driver has come a very long way. The single dynamic driver is basically like the inline four cylinder engine. It's been used for so long. It's been refined to an extent where it can do so much so well. The companies that are doing more drivers are experimenting with stuff. For example, this Supermix 4. This is, oh man, this is, I think, for this year, it's one of my favorite IEMs. But they've got like four different drivers in each IM, and all by four different drivers, I mean they're four different drivers. All are different kinds of drivers. There's one dynamic driver, one piezoelectric, one standard BA driver, and one larger BA driver for mid range. And it's usually experimental, but they've gotten to a point where they're doing a very good job with it. Um, so it's not necessary that you need more drivers. That does not equal better sound. The same way, bigger dynamic drivers are not necessarily better sounding than smaller dynamic drivers. I've heard 6 dynamic drivers from earphones that sound better than 13 dynamic drivers. It depends how it's been tuned. So more than number of drivers, I think you should see demo them if you can, see how things sound, and based on that make your decision. Number of drivers does not equate to better sound necessarily. Moving on, Shashank, KZ Caster versus Tangzu Warner. You're absolutely right. I have not reviewed it. I've got a lot of people, man. I've got so many people requesting for so many things, and I just can't keep up. As much as I wanted to get to this point in my, you know, the whole YouTube thing of having a lot of products to review, it's I've gotten there, but it's getting very difficult to keep up because I've still got so many. In fact, even I think the last live session I had, there were just so many products. Time to go. My lights are dying. But there are just so many products that uh, I have still yet to review. I still have to get my hands on, unboxing some of the products that I've got, and it's not easy keeping. But yeah, I mean, end of the day, it's something I'll try and do. I don't know if I will be reviewing the KZ caster. Was it you asked for? Yeah, but I've heard good things about it. Anyway, moving on. Spam me. Thanks. We'll check. What's the deal on ohm and sensitivity for using in smartphones? My current time was in 9 ohm impedance and heating my Type C DAC. Also, can you suggest um, the DAC you use might be sensitive to temperature if it's made of some sort of metal. These things are supposed to heat up. If it's not heating up, it's not doing its job because there is an amp chip in it that needs to push that amount of power. And IEMs anyway are easy to drive, but I don't think you should get worried about it heating up and all that sort of stuff. 9 ohm impedance, that shouldn't be a problem because like the Wi-Fi Go link that I use, it heats up. Of course, in fact, I like that these heat up because it shows you that it's doing something. Like older equipment, if you use any tube amps and all that sort of stuff, they would heat up, and if they wouldn't heat up, you knew something was wrong. So it's kind of a telltale that everything is working fine. Suggest IM 6 to 7K. I've recently reviewed the SimGot EW300. Very well tuned, very well done, great timber even compared to the 500 LM, which is more expensive. Feel free to have a look at my review on the EW300. Cool, pretty poor appreciated recommended cases and products, but are these good for small ear canals, which I have? Uh, Good question. Ear canal wise, I'd say maybe pick up a set of foam ear tips. The silicone ear tips might be a little uncomfortable, but maybe do that. But you know what? Listen, Prithvi, if you're so unsure about it, call the guys from Headphone Zone. There's a way to ask for a call back. You can talk to a headphone guru, see if you can talk to them about you having small ear canals and whatever else, and if this will work for smaller ears, because I don't have them with me to check. I reviewed these a while ago, so I don't really remember. Moving on. Have you used Sennheiser Momentum 4S? No, I've heard the original Sennheiser Momentum headphones when the brand first launched the Momentum series years ago. No, Bengo Air 2 Pro is anything new in market worth of it. If you've got Enco Air 2 Pro, Air 3 Pro for sound, marginally better. If you're looking for a fun sound, Earfun Air uh, Pro 4, also much nicer, much sharper, but heavier in bass compared to the Oppo. Earfun is making good stuff. I really like what Earfun has. Check out my reviews on the Earfun stuff, and it'll fit in your budget. Is Moondop 2 DSP good? I don't know. I've not tested the Chew 2. Best IM under 2000 being EQ'd. I usually don't EQ IMs. I'm not a fan of EQing, but I guess I don't know. FIO JD1 KZ ZSN Pro X shouldn't be too sensitive to EQing. Siddharth, ZDX versus ZSN Pro X, ZSN Pro X. ZDX I found too bright for me. I prefer the Pro X to that. Best wide soundstage under 25 after being EQ'd. EQ doesn't usually affect stage, unless, of course, you've got a very good equalizer. And by good equalizer, I mean an analog one, not a digital one. Those can play with stage, not digital ones. So I'd say, again, the IEMs that I've tested are those three that I like. There's ZSN Pro X, FIO JD1, and Tangzu One. Bharat has Tangzu One SG and Tangzu One headphone zone collab sound same. They're exactly the same. The collaboration has only been on the design and to put the headphone zone branding. They have not tuned or changed any tuning or hardware. It is completely uh, the original set of Tangzu with the same things, just a different design. What about your Fun Pro 4? Yeah, it's here, Lalit. I've got it. It's a nice set. You want to buy it because it's, I think, a little bit better, a little bit crisper than the previous generation, and it's got a few more features. It's got AI assisted ANC and all this sort of stuff. So I've literally just opened it. I've just started scripting for it today, but I would recommend it. Earfun makes very fun sounding stuff. If you don't want to buy it, you can do so via the description below. I do have the thing in the links below. If you do want to support the channel, of course. I've come across video in case cheating its customers by placing a dummy driver and dual driver set. Your thoughts? This is something I've heard of, Prithvi. I heard about it about maybe 3.5 years ago or 3 years ago when I started reviewing stuff from Headphone Zone. And I'm not sure if they did it deliberately or if they had failure in certain components, because I think a lot of the times BA drivers, or should I say at least the ones they were sourcing, were very low grade ones, especially in the more affordable IEM segment. The more affordable IEMs that use those BA drivers were obviously giving up. The BA drivers in particular, BA drivers are very sort of uh, they're fragile, should I say, because they're not like a dynamic driver. They work on a read. So they're sensitive also to movement, to dropping. If they drop and there's a shock, the reed can snap. These are factors. So I've not done any research towards these cases that happen with KZ. I can't really comment about them being an ethical or non-ethical company. I'd rather not, because I've not spent any time looking into it. But I do know the issues that can happen with BA drivers in particular, and especially if it's just 2,000 rupees, they're not going to put that much effort into securing it and ensuring that it's sort of it'll hold on very well. Moving on. Oh, hi, Mr. Worldwide. Thank you for your generous donation. It will help the channel to a certain extent. Can I go with M1 in 55? There will be another window option. Oh, you're talking about a computer. I usually don't talk about computers and all this sort of stuff, but since you're asking about Mac, I've been using Mac since '98. In fact, when I started my YouTube channel, I had an old 2011 17-inch MacBook Pro Intel processor, and my first step into the M1 series was a Mac Mini, which started running my channel very well. And I upgraded about this year to, well, I didn't buy the latest M series. I bought another M1 processor, but the M1 Pro laptop, and I'd say it's pretty good. It's in fact for I don't do any coding and all this sort of stuff, but professionally I do a lot of video edits. Uh, so what goes on? What I've seen is this is way smoother than the standard M1. The M1 Pro that I'm using, it doesn't hiccup at all. The original M1 did have a few hiccups with the simple edits I do, but this one is buttery smooth. And I'd say with M1s, you'll get a much better deal. Like you're saying, if you're getting it for 55, I'd say, of course, you can do that. OnePlus Pro 2R for 4999. I have not tested the 2R. Expect it to be loud and bass heavy. Uh, Roshan, Roshan, yeah, I know. I'm not into laptops, but it was a Mac question, so I didn't mind answering that. Is M1 still worth buying in 24? Yes, absolutely. I bought an M1 in 24, but mine's the M1 Pro. When I had my address or login, price was 6,000 on Flipkart. Otherwise, price was 6,000 Flipkart. Oh, I don't know why. You should review Meze Alba. I recently bought awesome. Yeah, I want to, Abhijit, I want to review the Meze Alba, and I want to do that comparison between the Alba, the OD200, and the Supermix 4. I think that'll be a very interesting comparison. Harish, thanks for your review. Got 8K. Wow. I think for 8 grand, it's pretty good. Yeah, Harish, that's a pretty good deal. Um, your friends are saying it's costly. Don't listen to them. Just enjoy your headphones, man. You've got it. It's a lovely set of headphones. Nice finish, nice build, great sound, a lot of features. Enjoy your headphones. Don't worry about what your friends are telling you. Best DAC under 1K. I'm just new. Oh man, I've not tested any DACs under 1K, so I can't really comment on that. Over your headphones versus widest sounding 2500 IM. I'm failing to understand this sentence, geek. Virgin Russian want to buy a budget TWS. Many tempting offers under 2500. Favorite price 2500. Ooh, let me see. 2500 is the Oppo Enco A2 Pro still being sold? 2499. Yeah. Look at the Oppo Enco A2 Pro. It's a nice set. I've always liked it. Sometimes happens when only few sellers are selling it from deal price. Okay, Praveen. Hi, could you please suggest me the best IM on 2000 rupees? EDX Pro. When I bought shouty and fatiguing. Praveen, I like the KZ's Edison Pro X over there. I like the Tangzu One. I like the Fio JD1. JD1's a little too bright for me in the highs. I like the Warner because it's well detailed without that accentuation. ZSN Pro X is just a fun sounding set of IEMs. Siva versus JBL, which is better. I don't know. I've not tested the Sony. I've been getting after Sony for review units, but they don't like to. I mean, I'm too small a YouTuber for them, I think. Budget of 2K. Yuvan Chakrara. I don't know, yeah, because my favorites are those three. See, the thing is, I'll tell you in the 2K price range, this is the problem with the 2K price range, Shashank. Um, Today we've come to a point where everything in the 2K price range is great. They're well detailed, they give a decent amount of stage, they're very good imaging. The highs are crisp with some, they're a little more accentuated. Mids are very clear. Some of them are easy on the bass, some are more accentuated. And all of them have their own flavors. It's filled with so much. There is just so much going on. There are even brands that I've not heard of that have started sending me products for review that have good sounding stuff. That is difficult to just point at anything. Like you can throw uh, you know a you can throw a dart with a blindfold on onto an entire wall with 2K IEMs on a chart, and no matter what it lands on, they're going to sound good. So, I mean, if you're looking for a certain kind of sound, look for a review of somebody who's reviewed, so you can sort of understand how each of these sounds, so you can understand them. But 2K price range is very competitive because everything sounds pretty good there now. Geek. No, if you're asking about stage, I found that headphones normally have a wider sound stage than IEMs in that price range, especially. If you're spending 2,000 or 2,500 bucks on IEMs, which are here, you might hear the sound coming from the edge of the plate. Whereas if you've got headphones, they are coming from a little further out, like half an inch out of the headphones. So there's only so much you can do with stage at that price range. Confused between EW200 and Hexa. Fun to and spacious. I've not tested the Hexa, but 200 I really liked. I genuinely really liked the 200. Mango Jam. Did you listen to AKG? No. Prithvi, no problem. Have you tested Salno 02? No. I have not. Q2? No, I have not. There's too much I have to review. I don't get the time to just go back and test these. I've not tested the Nothing Year A. I've tested the earlier stuff from Nothing, Cyril. I did like a lot of their stuff earlier, but I've stopped reviewing Nothing stuff now. But they make good stuff. I don't think you can go wrong with them. It should be okay to go for. Nihar, hi Paul. Have you tested Samsung Buds 2 and 3 Pro? No, I have to ask Samsung for review units. I'll talk to. I know the people at Harman, so I can ask them. But I'm finding it tough to keep up with the reviews now. A lot of things coming in. How to deal with battery issues on TWS? Konal, good question. That's a very good question. I'll tell you what. What I used to do is, if you're using your earphones every day, use them every day. There's not much you can do. But I'll tell you what's happening. These earphones are programmed to send a signal to the case saying, hey, listen, I need power, I need power, I need power. So, because these are pulling in power from the case is always feeding them. So much so, if you leave these in the case for, let's say, a month, 2 months, 3 months, this is constantly pulling in power and being topped up to 100%. So, this battery is getting drained in that much time. Now, because of that constant pull, this battery in the case will die, it will go to zero. And these earphones will still continue to try and pull power from it. Meanwhile, they lose power and go from 100 to 0. Now, because this constant pulling has been happening, this will diminish, and so will these cells, which is what has happened to me on some occasions. And once that happens, there are some earphones that come back, but the other earphones go into the state called deep discharge. And when that happens, you can plug it in for however long you want. There's no recovering them. You cannot open the case. If you do, you're going to break it. You can't open the earphones. If you do, you're going to break it. So the only way to prevent it if it's lying for a long time is I put a sellotape so that the earphones don't make contact with the case. So both batteries in the earphone and the case are depleting very slowly. So after 2 or 3 months, they might have lost maybe 5 or 10% of battery. So that's one way to prolong it because you're not running cycles through it. Whereas if you're using it regularly, these are small cells. They're going to give up very quickly. A lot of companies to protect themselves have a 1 year warranty. So once your battery packs up at say 13 months, you're done. You can't get a replacement. Earphone, on the other hand, has an 18-month warranty, which is pretty damn impressive. So and they're very good with the after sales. So it's worthwhile if you want to invest in earphones that have good after sales and good batteries. Look at Earfun, because even if your battery dies in 12 months or let's say 17 months, it's before the 18-month mark, they'll replace it for you. So that's pretty cool. Nice question though. Okay, moving. हो जाएगा. Thank you for your question. Had 9 Oppo 2 and 3, extending my visual not OnePlus Nord Buds 3, 3 Pro. Oh, yes, offering many features. I haven't tested the Nord Buds 3 or 3 Pro, but I do like the Oppo Enco Air 3 Pro. Confused between Tangzu Warner headphones on Fio. Yeah. Cyril, Tangzu Warner versus Fio JD1. I've got a comparison between those two exactly. So just go on to YouTube and type in Paul's POV and look for that comparison. Warner versus Fio or JD1. I have done a breakdown of their differences in sound as well. So that should give you a little more clarity. Feel free to do that. Mango Jam, how does Mezzi 99 sound? No idea. I've sadly not reviewed it yet. Why it is sounding IM under 3000? All of them are very similar. I found the wider stage to come from the EW200, but that's around 4,000. Um, and then premium, no export, but I have to, not very fun sounding. Yeah, probably advise JB to because price difference. Siva, between the 770 live and tune, they have their differences. I have broken it down in a video in a comparison. Feel free to watch that if you'd like to. The live has a lot more features than the tune for sure, but they're tuned very differently. The live is bigger, louder, heavier in the bass. It's got more of an accentuation in the upper bass and mid bass, whereas the tune has more of an accentuation in the sub bass. So it's lighter sounding, it's cleaner sounding because of the reduction in bass. The tune that is, whereas the live is a bigger sounding set of headphones. So watch my review. It's I go into a lot more detail with that comparison. Both are good headphones, but of course, you have to see which one suits your taste. So check out that review if you'd like to. And buy from affiliate links if you want to support the channel. But don't feel obligated to do it. It's fine if you don't. Um, can you the best time under $80? Fun and wide stage. $80. 80. What is how much is $80? 6,000. Check out my review on the SimGot EW300. I think they're a superb set of IEMs for the price. Tejas, hi. I have not tested the Sony. I'm so sorry. I can't comment on that. Suggest you a song with high treble. Just go look for some Beatles music, man. A lot of Beatles music was just nothing but treble. A little too accentuated. 60s recordings were terrible. Uh, but it's a weird request. I don't know why you're asking that. Omkar, difference between 02 and EW200. I have not tested the 02. I don't know. Spammy, forgetting battery life, the only rival ones I found were Oppos as they maintain the battery a long time. At premium it does have options in app to restrict max charge at 80. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know people are doing this for max charge. That's pretty cool because that's a good way to protect your cell in the long run because constantly taking it above 80% to 100 will degrade it. KZZSN Pro 2 Kushan is nice. I mean, it's nice sounding. I have heard it briefly and compared it to the KZZSN Pro X. I found myself liking the Pro X still. The Pro X is a nice, fun sounding set of IEMs. It's more lively. It's more fun. It's more enthusiastic. I do prefer the Pro X to that. But I read somewhere you can say is a myth or not. After buying a new IEM, listen for more than 3 hours. Why music make the magnets tuned and sounds better than initial? Bharat, this is technically called burning in. A lot of people believe it. A lot of people don't. I'd say test it for yourself. I've tested things myself. There are a lot of products that don't sort of open up after a run in, after a burn in. There are products that do. So usually when I'm testing stuff, I know when you can tell when it needs a burn in and when it doesn't. But that comes with experience. Abhijit Anil, EW200 versus EW300. Very good question. I like both of them. EW200 I prefer for classical music. It's very clean, very crisp in its overall delivery. Classical, operatic, acoustic music, very good performer. Where it doesn't have a lot of fun is in the bass. So heavier stuff like kick drums, rock music, metal, dance music is not fun on the EW200. It's not tuned for that. The EW300 takes over from there. So that's where you'll get the bass. That's where you'll get the enthusiasm in the lower range. That's a lot more fun. Widest sounding I am under 2000. They're all very similar, geek. I think maybe the FIO JD1 was a good performer for stage. It's a little wider, I think, than the Warner because it does have that higher frequency elevation, which gives the illusion of it coming from further out. FIO JD1, I'd say. Vishal, you have OnePlus 7 Pro. Which buds you should buy? Pick up OnePlus stuff. Yeah, OnePlus works well, but I don't like how OnePlus earphones sound usually. Siva, no problem. I just got ordered Sal notes from Concept Card. How is it used for gaming? Keyfine Delchi. Should I go EW for gaming? Yeah, Keyfine, man, Keyfine Delchi is a very nice set. Arco, it's one of my, I'd say it's one of my favorites. I was very impressed with the Keyfine Delchi. I love how warm it sounds. It's beautifully sounding, very nicely tuned. Um, EW300, I think, cuts through that warmth. It's not as warm sounding as the Keyfine, but it is crisper. It is a little more detailed. In fact, I want to do a comparison with that as well. So I'd say it does make sense to go for the EW300 if you do want a little more clarity, a little more detail when you're gaming. It does make sense. It's a good set. Just on best IEM under 5K. I like the EW200, EW300. They're in and around that price range. I've not tested too many, by the way. One I'm on Twin, I think is a matter of personal preference. Absolutely, I'm with you on that statement. Best time under 8,000 for fun. Ooh, 8,000. I've done the 500 ml Keyfine Delchi EW300. I'd say EW300 right now is one of my favorites. If you want to buy, affiliate link down below. If you want to watch my review, you can watch it and buy from that affiliate link if you want to support the channel. If you don't want to support the channel, you can buy directly from the website. No problem. No obligation. Kunal, I'm currently using Anchor as a sound signature. Anchor looking for anyone want your F3 Samsung Buds. I've not tested the Samsung Buds 2 Pro, but I've heard good things about it. Earfun Air Pro 3 is a beautiful sounding set of earphones. I really do like earphone stuff. That was the first set of earphones I tested from them, and they sound fun. In fact, after listening to them, I wrote to the company saying, is your whole company filled with some music enthusiasts? And they said yes, it's filled with sound engineers and all, because everybody is, whether in the marketing department or whatever, they're all music lovers. So Earfun's making some great stuff. I really do like that stuff. I'd recommend the Earfun if you want to do something different. If you want to play safe and you don't want to try, a different brand, you can go for Samsung as well. Samsung also makes nice stuff for sure. End of the day, they do own the Harman Group, so they've got access to all that research. Uh, Hi Manohar, under 5K. This I think you should, if it's available, Air Pro 4. I've just unboxed this. I'm writing my script on it, but I would recommend it. I've got the affiliate link down in my description below. You can buy this if it's available, of course. And I've left a discount coupon code as well in the near the link. So if you click on the link and use that code, you should get a further discount for these earphones. So it should fit within your budget. Hopefully. Um, Kushan, which one would you prefer? Warner SG, ZSN Pro X. Shit, that's a good question. I've never thought of it. I've not even compared the two, but I prefer the ZSN Pro X for fun sounding stuff, heavier stuff. The Warner for lighter stuff, for let's say more acoustic, classical. The Warner is it's a very mature sounding set of IMs. It's definitely a differently tuned, differently. It carries itself very differently. So I do like the Warner, of course. Good question though, threw me off. KZ ZSN Pro X versus EW200 Sibilant. I don't remember the 200 being sibilant unless I mentioned it in my review, but I've heard it a long time ago. I forget my review now, but the 200 made me do what a lot of IEMs haven't done. It made me want to go to certain kinds of music. So I went from orchestral, classical, acoustic. At no point did I go to anything heavy with kick drums and everything. But I don't remember the 200 being sibilant. But check out my review. If I've mentioned it there, it might be, but I don't remember it being. No problem, but 20 TVS under 2000. Good recommendations. Arvind, I have not really reviewed anything under 2000. There is a company that sent me some earphones that I haven't even reviewed. Pebble, I think, sent me something that has active noise cancelling and all that. But I didn't like how it sounded, so I didn't even review it. Spam me, Paul, are you planning on buying any audio products in the sale? Uh, this. I'm actually planning on buying this because my daughter really likes it. And I mean, apart from the lights, it sounds good. This is the JBL Party Box 110. She likes the light. She likes the music. In fact, she started singing a lot. She's just turned 4, and it's got a little karaoke input jack for a mic. So I'll most probably pick up a little mic so she can sing along with the songs she likes. But it's a nice product, and it's going for a much better deal than when it's normally sold. Uh, um, my brother picked up one last year, and I think at that time it was going for 36 or 38. Now it's going for 19,900 or whatever, which is a very good deal for this. So this is the one product that I'm most likely pick up in the sale. But something I do want to pick up when it comes to my audiophile stuff is I want to eventually upgrade to a balanced setup, because my DAC is not balanced, my amp is not balanced, and this is the first set of IEMs I've recently got that is a balanced set. So this has a balanced 4.4 output, sorry, a cable. And when I opened this, I was like, damn, man, I don't have a balanced amp. But thankfully, they've thrown in a balanced DAC amp with it. So I know I can test it at least. So I really do want to get a desk setup that is balanced. Anyway, thanks for the question. That's a good one, man. Moving on, Abhijit, have you ever purchased audio products from Linsol? If so, how much did you pay for shipping and customs? I have not ordered anything from Linsol, but my first review of the Tangzu Warner was thanks to the folk at Linsol. They sent me a set of Tangzu Warners before the guys at Headphone Zone had it. But I'm sure you can write to them. If you do want to know about that, you can write to them and ask them about that in particular, because they are, of course, I think they also respond to customer care pretty quickly. And then moving on to seen many reviews, zero. Okay. Best ANC neckband, Aniket. The best one I've tested is a Yamaha. Uh, Gosh, what was the model number? Yamaha EPE70A. Is it still available? Yeah, it's going for 16,800 bucks. It is something else. It's sound is just something else. Check out my review on it if you'd like to. Spam just open 2K. MDR XB55. What is that? What is this? MDR XB55. I've opened on Amazon, and a lot of things I've opened up. Okay, in your wired earphone. I've not tested this. I don't know. Best gaming IM under 2500. Fio JD1. Check out Fio JD1 review. Hi Pratik. Long time. Yeah, I've come after a long time. I've been recovering from some nasty flu for a few weeks. Nice to see you here. Omkar, session IM under 8000. Mids forward IM with sparkling treble without ear fatigue. Sibilant smooth. Omkar, check out my review on the SimGot EW300. Very nice set of in-ear monitors for the price. I would recommend them over the SimGot EA500 LM. Kartika, thank you. Nobody's ever told me anything like that before. Moondrop Chew 2 versus Tangzu versus Chew 2 I've not tested, 02 I've not tested. So from the three, I'll recommend the Tangzu. Best over-ear headphone under 6,000. Check out my review on the JBL Tune 770 NC. I think it's going for a very good deal right now. I really like those headphones. Do your tips like silicone, foam, and other material really make a huge difference in sound? If so, what did you recommend? Not says stock ear tips. Yeah, there is a difference here. It's acoustic material, man. Because see, the ear tip is coming from that nozzle into the ear tip. Excuse me. So the sound is bouncing off. Foam ear tips usually tend to make things that sound a little warmer. It's not as forward sounding in the high frequencies and upper mids like silicone ear tips can. And I like foam ear tips because they're a lot more comfortable. They're more snug. They don't put a tension on the ear canal. Uh, Foam ear tips are much nicer, I'd say. Srinu, hi. Best TWS under 5,000. Oppo Enco Air 3 Pro or Realme Budget 5 Pro. OnePlus Buds 3. Yeah, I did a comparison. They're all pretty nice. EW200 sound like 200, 2K IM? I wouldn't say that. That's I disagree with you there. At least, I mean, we're entitled to our own opinions, man. But EW200, I think, sits way higher than the 2K price range when it comes to its overall sound, for sure. I've ordered JBL Live 7710K. Is it a good headphone? Yeah, you can stop sending me the same comment also, man. Aditya, I respond to all comments. Please don't spam. It's there's no need to spam. It's a good headphone. I've reviewed it. You want to check out my reviews? Please check out my reviews, but please don't spam the chat. Aniket, oh, 2 to 5 grand. I've not tested any neck bands in the 2 to 5K range. Uh, Actually, I have Sennheiser. Oh, it's on its last years. 4 years is a good amount of time, man, for these products. Last year's we recommend an IM under 2 to 3K. Very indecisive between those KZ. See, if you've been listening to Sennheiser, the Sennheiser tuning is, of course, very different to Tangzhou and KZ and all this sort of stuff. So, see, why don't you check out what Sennheiser has to offer? Because Sennheiser does have a very typical sort of tuning that they follow. So, if you move from the CX275 to whatever else, uh, you may not like it, because I know a lot of people who become Sennheiser loyalists because of its tuning. So that's something to keep in mind. EW100 DSP versus ZSN Pro X. ZSN Pro X for sure. Best cheaters and ask you guys are asking me the same questions. Spam me. Arey, what's happening here? I've lost. Where's that? Okay, Oppo 2. Excellent battery. Upgrade from SimGod 200. Gaurav, check out the EW300. The 300 is a nice upgrade. And what the 200 was missing in the lower frequencies, the EW300 makes up for. It does very well. Aditya has spammed me over here. Gaurav, thanks. Thank you for liking my channel. I like it too. I enjoy what I do. I ordered JBL Live. Okay, the same Amazon noise was 4 versus JBL. I have not tested the noise for, or the JBL Tune 710 for that matter. Abhijit, does EW300 need a DAC amp? Technically, none of these need DAC amps. If you have a headphone jack in your music player or your computer or your phone, it'll work. Having a DAC amp just makes the listening experience that much richer, especially if you listen to high-res audio. Because if you're listening to Apple Music or FLAC files that are well recorded and well mixed and whatever, that much data cannot come through a computer. For that matter, even I'm using a Mac computer, and as expensive as it is, the sound card is not as good as a, let's say, an iFi Go Link. So even when I plug in IEMs directly into this Mac, it amps it well, but the conversion of ones and zeros to an analog signal, it does very badly. I mean, it works for a casual listener, but if you're somebody who's into music and you like nuances, the DAC in my laptop is just not good enough. It doesn't cut it. So like I said, you don't need a DAC amp, but if you have one, it makes your experience better. Yeah, Aditya, no, thanks. It's just that I think a lot of people are used to sending multiple messages, because most people on YouTube or lives don't respond. But I make the effort to read through every comment. So I like to help people, man. So I'm here for that. But yeah, I mean, for that price, you've got a good deal. And I really like the Live. It's a nice set of headphones. I have compared it with the Tune 770 NC. JBL is doing some good stuff, and I like that both of these headphones sound very different because they are catering to two different kinds of people also. And of course, you can play around with the EQ, of course. But yeah, the Live is a very nice set of headphones. Congratulations on your purchase and enjoy your new headphones, man. I don't have any. Oppo Enco A3 Pro or Earfun Pro 3. The Earfun Pro 3 is a little more fun sounding. It's bigger sounding, a little more bass. Um, and I think call quality might be a little better than the Oppo. So you can go for the Earfun. Excuse me. Sorry, guys, I'm still coughing. I've not fully recovered. Samsung Buds 2 Pro Earphone. I've not tested Samsung Buds 2 Pro, but I really like the Earphone Pro 4. Sachin, have you tried Realme 3T310? No, I have not. I've heard that a lot of people have been asking for this review, but I've not had the time to review it. And if you're not an audiophile, it should be fine. If you're because wireless earphones usually cater to the masses, then Realme actually does good tunings now, so I think it should be fine. Is OpenQA 3 Pro okay? Legacy of OpenQA 2? Is there any option of OpenQA? The OpenQA 3 I think has finally come down to around the old OpenQA 2 price, which is 3,500. Sound wise, yes, it does a very good job, but for some reason, the OpenQA 2 Pro still sounds better on calls than the 3 Pro. But yeah, sound wise, it does a good job. And you've got the LDAC option also if you want to use that. Sony XM4 versus JBL Tower 1 M2. Both are good, Naveen Kumar. Sorry, when you come to when it's between those two, one thing I will say is both of them are very clean. They're very well detailed, very soft, supple in their overall delivery. But at low volumes, the JBL is a softer set of headphones. It's not exactly a loud set. You'll have to take it up to like 70-80% for it to start getting loud. Beyond the 70-80-90% is when it starts getting a little too loud. Whereas the Sony gets louder at a lower place. It's more linear, whereas the JBL takes a while to reach a louder volume. It's not as linear. But I think both are very good performers. And right now, the JBL Tour is actually going for a unbelievable price. It shouldn't be sold for something this low. But yeah, it is going for a pretty good price right now. I think it's going for about 15,000 rupees, which is insane. Anyway, moving on. I've not tested the Realme Buds 6 Pro, OnePlus Buds 3. I've tested, but I just find them loud and bass heavy. Oh God, we've got one more spammer. Pradeep, relax, man. I'll get to you. I'm reading all the comments. You don't have to spam. To upgrade. Okay, I want to upgrade my current IM. There's some which has been looking 2 3 hexa not tested. Star City 5 Pro is fine, but I find the Star City 5 Pro to be a little. Rose Technique seems to be making stuff that's sibilant. I don't know why. I've tested the Star City 5. I've tested the Quiet C. I've got two more IEMs from them to test, and I think even these other two are more sibilant than what I'd like. But Meze Alba I've not tested. Let Show I've not tested. Oriveti Yodi 200 is beautiful. I've recently tested it. Very nice sounding set of IEMs. The other Oriveti you've mentioned I have not tested, but check out the Supermix 4 also, the SimGod Supermix 4. Very nice sounding set of IEMs. Not sure which one to go for. Yeah, so Oriveti I think you can go for. I'll tell you it's definitely better than the Star City 5 Pro. The Oriveti shouldn't be sold for 9,999. It should be sold for about 17 or 18, 19,000. It belongs in that price category. And I haven't tested the other ones, so I can't give you wrong information. I'm sorry about that. Gaurav, I really like it. Sounds like I also like the Oppo X2. Okay. You love my channel. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Bharat, is thanks you wanna good bass. Most of you say it's quite lacking in bass, but you're the one saying positive about Tangzu bass. Yes, I found the Tangzu is very sensitive. In fact, why I say that it's good in the bass is because it is sensitive in the sense it's very transparent. Um, it depends on the recording you play back. There are recordings that don't have a sub bass or a mid bass accentuation. it will not give you that sub bass or low mid accentuation. The recordings that have it will give that to you, whereas some IEMs that are tuned to be just elevated in upper mids and mid bass, no matter what you play, the bass will seem emphatic, it will seem emphasized. The Tangzu doesn't do that because it is very sensitive, it is very transparent. So the equipment you're using will decide how it sounds, and the song and mix, the recording and mix you're listening to will also define how it sounds. So I'm sort of I'd like to think I'm very thorough with the testing I do. So between multiple songs I've tested, yes, sometimes it sounds like it's not bass enthusiastic, sometimes it's very bass enthusiastic. Again, depending on the mix, and it tells you when a mix is not good, it tells you when a recording is not good. So that's why I say it is good in the bass, because it depends also on the kind of music and song you're listening to. Moving on, I can get few GD1 like bass and by EQing. Okay, that's good. I like to hear your view on it. Just gave it. Wanted to try something new. Sennheiser has been good. So, which one did you prefer to start with among the IMs? 2K, 3K. I love your videos. Your discipline. Thanks for that, Kushan. 2 to 3K range. Again, I've mainly tested in the sub 2K range. I really like the ZSN Pro X. The Fio JD1 is a fun sounding IEM, but if you're high frequency sensitive, it can be a little uncomfortable. Both ZSN Pro X and Fio JD1 are great fun to listen to. Spam, I feel like noise is the same as boat. I agree with you. They care about shipping quantity. Yes, Spam, I'm with you on this, man. Samsung Buds FE good around 4K. I've not tested the Samsung Buds, but yeah, the Oppo Enco Air 3 Pros I've tested. Those are nice. Best sounding I am under 3K. Again, ZSN Pro X, Fio JD1, Tangzu Wana I like. Is Oppo Enco Air 3 Pro carries legacy of Oppo? I've answered you, I think, yeah. It's good for sound. It's a little cleaner. It's a little crisper. It's not emphatic in the bass, which I like. Sound wise, it's fun. Check out my reviews, Shrinu. Check out my reviews on the Oppo Enco Air 3 Pro. Which portable DAC is good under 4K? i5 GoLink. I've been using that for over a year. I swear by it. Um, Shadab, thank you for that comment. Karthik, thanks, Karthik. Don't spam. Okay, guys, I'm going to try and rush through your comments now because it's getting late. I'm very unhappy with treble monster. I'm thinking, why are you finding the EW200 to be treble happy? What are you listening to it from? What is your dongle DAC? Because these things add to the flavor. I don't remember the 200 being sibilant or treble happy. Abhishek, I've not tested the XM5 yet. Sorry. XM4 is nice. Tone M2 is nice. I'd say it's a matter of what features you want because both are very good performers. These are flagship products, so they're not going to sound bad. For that matter, even the Yamaha E700A sounds great. It's a flagship product. All these products do sound good at this price, but the TOW One M2 right now is going for a steal deal. I've got an in-depth review on the Sony XM4 headphones, and I've got an in-depth review on the TOW One M2. You guys can check it out if you like. But these are similar sounding in the sense they're very well detailed. They're well structured in their presentation. They're not big and bloated in the bass, which is nice. Which is of course quite good. And yeah, I mean, ANC wise, I'd say also the JBL is very good. It's a good performer and good sound quality. I've not done a comparison yet, but I've been wanting to. I've not got the time. TWS is within 5 to 6K range. Earfun Air Pro 4, Earfun Free Pro 3. Um, JBL Live Pro 2, I think, is going for a good price right now. Then what else is there? I've tested the Realme Buds Air 5 Pro, OnePlus Buds 3, Oppo Enco Air 3. Pradeep, I don't have power banks to give away, man. I'm sorry. I checked the Earfun April for it's 17K. No, 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 no. It's not supposed to be 17K. This must be some other seller. It might be unavailable right now, but it should go for around 6 or 5 with my discount code. Srinu, you purchased the OpenQA 2 Pro on my suggestion. Balanced audio. I'm pretty satisfied. Okay, thank you. Upgrade now. Give me a pick for sale. Also one IM. Check out the Earfun F Air Pro 4. Nice set of earphones, but they are a little bass heavy, but you can play with the tuning. IM, what price range are you looking at? Moondrop Q2 DSP versus Fio JD1 Type C. I've not tested the Moondrop. Fio JD1, I've not tested the Type C, but I suspect that the JD1 might be difficult for long listening because I find the high frequency is a bit too accentuated. No, I've not tried the Fio headphone yet. I've heard good things. Yeah, Deadpool, I like the Air Pro 4. I like my initial impressions. I like it. I think it's a little cleaner sounding than the previous version. Nice, clean, tight bass. Um, Sound wise, I like it. It's like a very slight improvement over the previous gen. Uh, Nikhilesh, DAC under 4K, i5 Go link. I think I've got it linked down below if you want to buy it. Pradeep, I don't have a power bank. I don't give away power banks. For that matter, I've not given away any earphones also in the last 4 years. I listen to a lot of old school stuff. Country rock, etc. The bass guitar, kick drum, critical genre. Any recommendations? What are you wanting to pick up? Uh, IEMs, headphones, wireless earphones. Homecare, you bought the ZSN Pro X. Okay. Under 8,000, you need amp is any other option getting confused. Yeah, I said EW300, and if you buy the EW300 and the i5 Go link, it's a very nice combination. You'll be happy with that, I think. Yes, Shalin, the JBL Live Pro 2 is a very good deal. I've got the affiliate link down below if you want to buy it from there. For 6K is criminal. It shouldn't be sold for anything less than 8,000, I'd say. But they've got a very good deal. The JBL Live Pro 2 is quite good. Check out my reviews if you'd like to first. I've got an in-depth review and a long-term report, so you can check that out if you want to before buying. Zero Red versus EW200 Moondrop Aria. Have I tested the Aria? I think I tested the Aria. Um, I've not tested the Zero Red, but I do like the EW300 a lot. Damn, I've missed a lot of comments. But guys, it's getting very late. Um, Samsung phone lean towards budget fee. Oppo. Yeah, if you have a Samsung phone, I think the Samsung earphones usually work better with Samsung. Hi Arun, please tell Type C headphones I am please. Check out Abhishek. Check out the few JD1 Type C IMs if you're looking for that. Great explanation. Thanks. Hi, Bharat. Thanks, man, for the support. Best I am vocals under 10K. OD 200, man. I've tested the OD 200 recently. Very nice set. How good is CMF Buds Pro? I have no idea. I've not tested it. How much shipping charge, Linsol charge, transporting? I have no idea. You'll have to write to them. Suvam, you can write to them and ask them. I think they have certain channels that they sell through or bring the products in, which might have their own fixed rates. So you can write to them and ask them. Uh, Apple laptop. I'm not covering laptops here. Best I am for vocal under 10K. Oriveti OD 200. Moondrop Q2 not tested. JBL Livebeam 3 sound quality and call quality. I've got an in-depth review of the JBL Livebeam 3. I've also done a comparison between the LiveFlex 3, LiveBuds 3, JBL Livebeam 3. So you can check out that. All the call quality and all is there. I've got demos, so you can listen to it and see which one you like. Best noise isolating tips from Blon. I've not tested any, but if you can get foam tips, they're usually pretty good with isolation. High Paul, which I choose? Sim got 100p, Tangs of Warner, with good bass and balanced sound. If you want IEMs playing for a long time, fit comfort are important. Arun, check out the Fio JD one. They're kind of uh, very bass heavy, very punchy in the upper and mid bass. Moondrop Chew to review. I don't know if I'm going to do it honestly, because I've I had a lot of people asking me for months, and I've just not had the time to do it. I don't think I'll be doing it. Um, Best I am for vocals, Sin Chan, Oriveti 200. Check out my review if you haven't. So JB Live Pro 2 good option 6K. Yes, yes, it will be very nice set of earphones. Suggest a nice active bookshelf speaker under 30 with active subwoofer. Suvam, I have not tested many. I've not heard many, so I don't want to say anything that will be wrong information. So the review, but I would like to go step up from Oppo and Air 2 Pro. Great. Yeah, Air 3 is not much. I'd say try the Air 4 Pro, the Air Pro 4, the Earfun. Try out Earfun. Earfun's a different tuning, it's a different brand. They've got an 18-month warranty that nobody else does. Try out Earfun, yeah. I found EW200 is not forgiving. I listen to a lot of YouTube. Some extreme high quality flag. The 100 plus MB is great. Not for casual listening. Yeah, okay. Venkat, I probably need recommendation for beginner IM under 2.5. Your JD1 Moondrop Tutor I've tested. Comparison between Type C versus DACs. For your JD1, check out my review if you'd like to. But Moondrop Chew DSP I've not tested. Then I don't know where I am. 6K, great. Both and any views on QKZ Blonde? No, I've not tested these. Headphones don't connect by any chance. Yes, I have been to a few, or even the studio. I've not been to the studio. No, I've not gone to the studio yet. I'm happy with my JBL 770 NC. Thinking of buying IM. Please tell me for Zero Red versus SimGot was Aria was EW200. I have not tested the Zero Red. EW200 you've mentioned twice. I presume you're talking about the 300. I'd say go for the 300. Aria is a lot warmer sounding than the 300, but 300 is good in the bass and detail. Tangzu Warner versus EW200. I prefer the 200 to the Tangzu Warner. No problem. I'm confused with Tooth Hexa and Gate. I have not tested both of these. Does it have a mic? Is it for ditching Gate, which is a mic? That's up to you, man. If a mic is important to you for calls and gaming, it makes sense. But for these IMs that don't have mics, your phone takes over. So anyway, if you're holding your phone, the mic in the phone will help carry on over to your gamer buddies. I don't have LHDCC support on my phone, and I was thinking to buy OnePlus Buds 3. I should buy that to buy LDAC. Pratyush, if you have access to high-res audio and you want high-res audio, honestly speaking, you're better off just buying a set of wired IEMs and a DAC. Wireless stuff, when it comes to the high-resolution stuff, it's a feature, yes, but it's not so much of there is a slight difference, but it's not 250 kbps and 990 kbps is a big difference in data. You can hear it very clearly in an IEM. You can't hear it as clearly with a wireless transmission. And these drivers also are limited. They are not as transparent as IEMs, of course. So, yeah, if you pick up a set of earphones that have LDAC and your phone supports it, you have high-res access. You can try it out. What IM is good for Indian classical? I think the EW200 will do very well there. Depending on your budget. If you've got more of a budget, EW300, Oriveti OD200, SimGot EM6L. No, not EM6L. That's very warm. Supermix 4. Moving on. Vishnu Das, hi. Venkat, like your reviews on Fear JD1, most reviews didn't talk about them being bit bright. Kudos to you. Can you do a video on how much different Type C version I am? I don't think I'll be reviewing the Type C version and the 3.5 mm Venkat. Abhishek is XM4 and JBL Pro at par. On a sound front, to a certain extent, there is a difference with loudness. I'd say the Sony is a bit louder at lower volumes. The TOA1 M2 is more of a softer sort of presenter at up to 50, 60, 70% onwards. It starts getting much louder. But I think the TOA1 M2 is a very nice sounding set of headphones. Terrific active noise cancelling on it, and it's very comfortable and going for a superb price right now as well. And it's newer than the XM4 as well. So uh, it's newer. You get something newer than an old version. Uh, it's suggesting good IMs under 3000. 3000, I've not reviewed too many. I've done mainly below 2000. Yeah. Any call issues, Tower M2 told on YouTube and other reviews. I've done a call demo on my review, Tower M2. I have taken a few calls on it, but I've not had any complaints. I've not. Nobody's really said anything about it. No, what experience in the Connect? Shadab, you want to know my experience with the Connect events? I've got videos on these. Just go to YouTube and type in Paul's POV Headphone Connect. My latest one was a few months ago. Very nice. You need to go if you are getting into the hobby. If you've been into the hobby, just go. It's a very nice atmosphere. Very nice people. There's no snobbery. You should definitely go. Comfortably dumb. No, I have no plans of reviewing Anchor stuff. I have been writing to them asking for demo stuff, but again, I'm not a big enough YouTuber for them, so I've not been getting any review units, sadly. But they make good stuff. Soundcore is build quality and sound quality is good. They're very particular about their stuff, so I'm pretty sure they'll be good. At 3000, it should be the all-round IM. I was choosing Kiwi Cadenza. I've heard good things about the Cadenza, but I've never tested it, sadly. But I'm sure you could base your purchase off of other people's reviews also. Then I want to buy Mivi. I do not test things that are below around 3500 Taksh. I don't know how Mivi is. Recently ordered a KZ Edison Pro 2. Is it a good option? This is my first time. Yeah, yeah. Pro 2 is a nice set. Yeah. I heard it at a Headphones on Connect event some months ago, and I did some A/B testing. My favorite is the KZ ZSN Pro X. I compared it with that. Both are very good performers, but to my taste, I prefer the Pro X. JBL Live Pro 2 ordered 5450. How? Somebody just told me the Live Pro was going for 6 or 7 grand. How is it? 5450 is criminal, yeah? This is daylight robbery. That's a good deal. Very good deal. In fact, enjoy your new headphones. I hope you bought it from the affiliate link below. No, I'm just joking. There's no obligation to use the affiliate link. Never owned an IM. Will I? What will be your recommendation under 2K used for music and gaming? Kubo KZZSN Pro X for sure. For first time that or the Fio JD1. Check out my reviews to see which one you think you like. I break down how they sound. Can you suggest best entry level planar? The best man, comfortably dumb. I really like this name you use. It's hilarious. The only planar IMs that I've heard, EW300 has a planar, and the RT T10 has a planar. It's very technical. It's terrifically technical, and I think it goes for 6 or 7ish on concept cart. You can check out my review on that. It's very technical, but I didn't like the timber from it in particular. Prasad after bank discount. Oh, but that's a very good deal. It's pretty nice. Tangzu, Warner, SG, or Zedison Pro X, Zedison Pro, which is best? They're all best, Akshit. It depends on what your opinion is on best. I like each of them for different things. The most fun to me is the ZSN Pro X. Pro 2 is not as enthusiastic in some places, but it's a nice performer. Tangzu Warner is, I think, for a more mature listener who's been listening to stuff for a while before. Um, all are very nice performers. I've got independent reviews on the Warner and the ZSN Pro X. You can check out. Pro 2, I've not done any in-depth review. Omkar, 500 LM pros and cons. Compare EW. LM is too accentuated in the high frequencies, and it has a timbre issue. It's not very true sounding. All of SimGod's products have been very true sounding in their timbre, but for some reason this one has some weird thing going on. So it's not my favorite set of IEMs from SimGod. 200 is of course more affordable. It's great for classical, all that sort of stuff. EW 300 I think is the best all rounder when it comes to these three you have mentioned. Taksh, I saw your video confusion deep punchy between Oppo and Co A3, Realme Buds A5. Taksh, if you're worried, not sure between the Air 3 Pro Oppo and Realme Buds Air 5 Pro, if you want a little more detail in your music, you go for the Oppo. If you're okay with a little less detail and bigger bass, and you want bigger bass, you go for the Realme. It's pretty simple. Uh, Krishna, yes, Live Pro 2 at 6K. I definitely recommend. I do have a affiliate link down below. I think somebody just bought it for 5,000 in some. It's criminal to be being sold at this price, so it's worthwhile picking it up. Spam me, yes, I'll be signing off soon. I started the video thinking I'll only have a 1 hour session, but it's sale season time, so I do want to help you guys out. I've got a lot of questions. No, Suvam, I have not heard those IMs. Wave beam, I don't know about. What do you mean by delay? I don't know about that. Rock Lee, could you please suggest any earbuds which excels in mic quality and good comfort fit, prolonged use, something under 7K? Mic quality for phone calls, one of the best I've heard is Realme Buds Air 5 Pro. I purchased Tozo O2 after your O2. What's the Tozo O2? Workouts. Thanks a lot for your help. What is the Tozo O2? Krishna, JBL Live Pro 2 at 6 is terrific deal, and I would say go for it. Absolutely. Omkar, no problem. Tozo O2. I've not reviewed any Tozo O2, man. I've reviewed Las Onas. Yeah, spam me. Oh, the JBL Live 2 Jacob's big enough for someone. Uh, Vandanan, let me show you. Let me show you. Where are the headphones? Hang on. So I had a live video just yesterday evening, so I'm pretty fresh with all this stuff. These headphones were used yesterday to show people the exact same thing. But see, listen, both of these are nice headphones. I like both the live and I like the tune. I know I'm signing off. It's 3 minutes more. I know. The spam me is even complaining, saying no, he's not complaining. He's telling me I don't think any of the lives which you were expecting to last for 1 hour lasted less than 1.5 hours. So 2 hours is my longest. It's sale season, man. Yeah, check me on the live. Yeah, you know I'm alive on the live. Don't have to disturb my wife coming to check on me. Uh, so, whose question was that? JBL Live Tune Ear Cups here. This is the tune. This is the live. Live is definitely much larger. When I wear the tune, they kind of sit on my ear, so I have to adjust my ears. And then when it goes into the cups, it's comfortable. But with the live, it's nice and wide. I just drop it over my ears and I'm done. It's very comfortable. These are definitely much wider ear cups, and they've got nice, soft spongy memory foam type cup. So go for the live. If you're looking for bigger, more comfortable ear pads, the live. Cool. Let's move on to so open buds. Yeah. They're very nice. I didn't know they advertise as O2, but yeah, they're very nice earphones. Yamaha E5B versus Live Pro 2, both under 6K. Yamaha E5B, I'm afraid will upset a lot of people because it's not very bass heavy. It's more for an audiophile. It's more for somebody who wants a more balanced sound and okay with the recessed bass line, but it's very well detailed. So I'd say go for the JBL instead. Using it for very good listening experience. Thanks for yeah EW200. I really like for classical Vishnu. Thanks a lot, Paul. Thanks a lot, guys. If you're wondering who this person is, DD is my wife. I think time's up. I need to go. Nothing at cool, guys. I'm gonna go. Spam me. Thanks for that input. See you guys. Happy shopping. Uh, thanks to Zuan. I've not reviewed, but see you guys. Thanks for. Does this work? Something happened, no? Previously, there was a thumbs up and balloons and all that happened. Or has that stopped happening? Reactions. Yeah. So happy shopping. And see you in my reviews. And thanks for joining me for this live session. And it's been 2 hours. This is officially my longest live. I've never done anything this long, but enjoy your audio products, guys. I hope I was able to help you. And remember, a whole lot of affiliate links down in the description below. There are some discount codes on Earfun. I think there are some discounts on the JBL products, which are extending over to the end of next month. I think the Live Beam 3, Live Flex 3, and Live Buds 3. Those discount codes are on my review of those earphones. You can get it from there, from the review, and that discount extends to the end of October, which will be well beyond the current sales. So you can benefit from that if you want. And again, thanks so much, guys. I've not been live for a long time because I've not been keeping too well, but I'm much better now. Sorry for all the coughing. I'm still recovering. And thanks again, and I'll see you next time and in the comment section. Good night, guys. Thank you. Bye.